Welcome back, everybody. It's 3 Days Talking Podcast. We are back again with our best albums of every year series. Once again, we are doing one album per year starting from the 1960s. If you didn't go see our previous video, go check it out. Link will be in the description below. And this will be the 1970s. And so far, we have had a bunch of interesting picks. And I'm sure the 70s will keep that going. Any predictions before we start, boys? A lot of agreements coming.
Few. More
I think
than
it'll be more
the
than the
last
previous. I think
decade.
it'll be more than the last decade.
We had three in the last one. Two
We
or
had
three.
We had two.
I think we all
of
went.
us.
We had.
I think we
Mingus?
all went Portrait and Jazz. Or no. We all went My Favorite Things. Black Saint.
Black Saint.
Pet Sounds.
No. Oh yeah, we did.
We all went Pet Sounds.
All right.
We
All
already
right,
did
all
three.
right. So we had three. Just recap. This is my personal list in the 60s, and let us begin with 1970. Noah, once again,
All
starts
right.
out.
1970. We have "Bridge Over Troubled Water" by Simon and Garfunkel.
We're gonna have a couple disagreements.
That is a beautiful album.
Very nice album.
The peak of their powers, and their last album. I'm feeling a 9.
Well, I'm going to start off with a disagreement, of course, as my 1970 pick is Paranoid, Black Sabbath, a 10 out of 10 album, and my personal favorite Black Sabbath album, and one of the hardest and probably best best metal album of all time.
Most definitely the hardest.
Sorry, I meant to say best. Cool.
1970. I am gonna go with my boy again. Back-to-back years, dropping album of the year with "Bitches Brew" by Miles Davis.
Yep.
Into the 60s with Davis, starting the 70s with Davis. All right, fair enough. What would you
I'm
give?
feeling a 9.5 on
Ooh.
"Bitches Brew."
I really got to listen to that album at some point. I
Good
really
luck.
do. Good
So
luck.
fucking long.
Oh, boy.
It's a big boy. It's like 2 hours.
All right, Noah. 1971.
All right. Bring my boys in. We got "Metal" by Pink Floyd.
That's a bad pick.
That's a good
really
pick.
bad
It's an interesting pick.
A really bad pick.
That's
From the
pick I
Pink Floyd
fuck with.
fanboy, I shouldn't be surprised though. All right.
Yeah, I'm feeling a 9 to
Wow.
a 9.5.
Not even a 10, and you're gonna
No,
put it up.
there's
Famous
Seamus.
exists.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, my pick, and this will become a common theme throughout this decade, is Led Zeppelin 4, from the band Led Zeppelin. Arguably, to some people, their best album. I would put it at number 2. And yeah, this is a solid 10. It's a solid 10. I saw that finger goal. Yeah, this is a solid 10. It has got one of their best songs of all time on it, an iconic rock song, and yeah. I'll let Cole continue because I think we might be agreeing on this one, Cole.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Led Zeppelin 4.
Stunning.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a 10 on Zeppelin 4. It's actually got 3 of their best songs of all time on it. If we're just going off of like 10 out of 10 songs, that's
Jesus.
my business. I mean, yeah, it's one of the best rock albums I've ever heard. One of the most tightly put together and perfectly written rock albums of all time.
Agreed. All
Yeah,
right.
and the
19.
best album.
Yep. No, that would be Physical Graffiti, which we'll get to in a minute. But 1972, Noah.
Oh yeah.
Now here's an interesting question: will we triple up on this season?
No.
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 Okay. All right, fine.
No, because we got "Pink Moon" by Nick Drake.
Oh God, I forgot that dropped this year. Jesus.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Please listen to "Pink Moon," Nick Drake. Listen to it now. It's only half an hour.
You can call
Please.
me a certified hater of Nick Drake.
And I'm feeling a strong 10.
A weird reason to become a hater of something because someone else likes it a lot.
No.
It's so
Not because he likes it.
unhateable.
I genuinely do not like him as an artist. The way he sings. Anyway, we've gone through this before.
so fucking mean.
All right.
The most
1972.
inoffensive artist I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Not to my ear holes.
Ear tips.
1972. My pick is going to be, and I believe Cole and I will be doubling up here again. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust. David Bowie.
That's not the full title.
What? Oh, right. And the Fighters from Mars, I think.
Yep.
Anyway, nobody knows it for that part. Okay, yeah, this album is David Bowie's second best album, and
No.
it is wrong Cole and
It's
wrong
probably
Noah.
4.
And this is as close as he gets to a 10 besides his top album. So I'll give this a 9.5. Oh, doubling up.
I am gonna double up,
There we go.
and I'll double up on your score, but it's his fourth best album, which
What are you
is
giving
wild.
it?
9.5.
9.5. Wow. Okay. Damn. Got one right with you for once. That's crazy. All right, Noah, 1973.
All right, I'm gonna double up on my boys real quick. Give me that Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
Now,
I
go ahead.
heck of an album, almost perfect. A very strong 9.
So I was very conflicted in 73 between the one you mentioned, and another album. Very, very, very conflicted. But as much as I love Dark Side of the Moon, I had to go Quadrophenia.
Holy fuck!
1973. What I
What the
believe
fuck
to
is
be
wrong with you?
the best Who album and one of the greatest concept albums of all time.
Fucking joke.
An amazing story told lyrically, especially, and a beautiful cinematic experience to me when I hear this album. Especially, I don't care about the movie part of it, but it feels like a movie going through this album, and it has their best song of all time on it. So yeah, it's a 10, and it's an amazing album, and it's
Oh my
just a
fuck.
notch above Dark Side.
All right, join the normal people, Cole.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dark Side of the Moon here. Pink Floyd.
All right, boys.
Probably their third best album. Definitely their third best album.
Yep.
Feeling a 9.5 on it.
Don't worry, I don't leave Floyd out of this list.
I fucking hope not.
I know.
Concerned about it.
Quadrophenia is a 10. How am I gonna? I don't think
It's-
Dark
yeah.
Side's a 10.
Definitely not a 10.
It's like a.
Quadrophenia is like a 8,
You're
8.5.
so wrong. Holy shit. All right, 1974. Noah. We might all triple up on this one because this is a weak year for music.
We're not tripling up at all.
We're not.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
no, we're not.
This is a weak year for music, though.
It's like a On the Beach by Neil Young.
What?
I
Neil
fuck with
Young?
some Neil Young.
Since
Yeah.
when?
I've been fucking to Neil Young.
You have been fucking with Neil Young.
I know you
Yeah.
cared when he like took his shit off. Was he the guy who took his shit off Spotify?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you were upset about that, but I didn't know you cared about Neil Young actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I
just
really like this
realized
album.
They haven't been able to see this part. I'm so stupid.
I am feeling
You're good. Keep going.
a 9.5. His best album.
I'm gonna go the real answer here in 1974, which is Red by Crimson King. Or
King Crimson.
Sorry.
Fucking dunce.
I read it backwards. And also Crimson King just sounds cooler to me. But King Crimson, great album. Listened to this year for the first time. Fantastic album. Loved it off first listen, instant 10. Full.
Well, the song Providence kind of eliminates that. from
That
being
13
10.
into nothing.
Yeah. But my 74 pick is Get Up With It by Miles Davis.
Good record.
Which I'm feeling probably an 8.5 on.
Yeah.
Didn't
got
say
one of
good
his-
record of me, Noah.
Yeah.
You picked a good album.
It's alright. It's solid.
Red's a good album. Red's like an 8.
Yeah, but like Get Up With It wasn't one of the top picks. Get Up With It was a bit of a out there pick, and I respect it.
All right. All right, 1975. Noah.
All right, we got Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
This was a true toss up here, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it wasn't. Because this is a 10. So
It is a 10. I agree.
moving on.
Yeah, this one was the hardest year for me to pick by far. I was completely split. I almost did a coin flip, but then I just remembered how much I love one song, and I picked Physical Graffiti from Led Zeppelin. I mean, you're fighting between Wish You Were Here and Physical Graffiti, both 10s, both the best
That's
album.
way more
probably
consistent.
Just best album of Led Zeppelin, second or best album by Pink Floyd, depending on my mood. And I'm just, I like Kashmir too much.
How
So
about the
that
other
was- that was
fucking 15 songs on the album or whatever it is?
I like everything on the album. I like everything on Wish You Were Here. It was literally just, what do I like more? That was all the only difference. All right.
Just go, Cole.
Cool.
Let's ruin it.
Well, the two albums that have been mentioned, I would agree that they are both 10s, but I did go with Physical Graffiti here.
Yep, I already knew that was gonna happen.
I mean, what do you expect? He's the favorite Van Zeppelin.
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
I return to Physical Graffiti much more often than I come back to Wish You Were Here. Although Wish You Were Here is still a masterpiece.
They both are. All right, Noah, 76.
All right, I think we're gonna triple up here. In 1976, we have Station to Station, David Bowie.
We agree.
We do.
Yeah, I'm feeling a very strong 10 here. Banger.
Now we're not agreeing about the score. Well, Cole probably
Yeah.
is. I give it a 9. Very,
You're
very,
on a
very,
10.
very good. I have never thought of it as his best. I actually think of it as his third best. Or no, sorry.
Eh,
I think I said
give it second
Ziggy
place.
Stardust was his second best. I need to
Oh.
switch that. Ziggy Stardust is third best. This is second. My fault on that. Anyway, yeah, this is a fantastic album. Kind of a weak year for me, though. Kind of a weak year. Mid 70s were a little rough. 78 was really
you had
rough.
Station to Station and Songs in Key of Life, which are both amazing.
Yep,
Yeah, but
was
that's
who
like
was between.
that's it. There's nothing else. And 78's really rough, but we'll get there. All right, 77 and ooh. Oh, kinda
Yeah,
gave
well,
away
we're gonna
my
triple
answer.
up anyway.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Pink
We have
Floyd.
Animals, Pink Floyd.
10
We
out of
made
10.
it again. Yep, 10 out of 10.
Their best
Easy.
album, probably. Although I go
Yep.
back and forth, but yeah, it is definitely their best experimental album by far.
It's not experimental.
I would absolutely call it experimental.
It's not experimental at all.
Wrong.
I don't know what is experimental about
It's just
it.
a wee bit progressive. A wee bit.
I mean,
at
it's one of
times.
their. It's probably their most prog rock album.
That, yeah. Probably as an album, yeah.
All right, 1978, Noah. This is a
All
weird.
right.
This is a bad fucking year for music. I'm gonna say that right now.
I'm gonna go with, I'll say it in English and in German. Die Mensch Machine.
Huh?
Or The Man Machine by Kraftwerk.
Oh, the crap.
Figured
Great
that's what we were
album.
gonna go
Okay.
with.
That's a great album.
Okay.
That's so fun. I'm feeling a 9.
All right.
Oh, so fun.
This was a hard year. I've heard like 2 albums from this year total. One of them only recently because Cole told me about it. I think like 6 or 7 months ago. Yeah, I'm going Ambient 1, Brian Eno. Pretty damn
Yeah,
good
I thought
album.
about that album. Alright.
It was when you started telling me to listen to Another Green World, and then you're like, I was like, well, this was really good. What else should I listen to? You're like, Ambient 1's pretty damn good too. I'm like, okay,
That would not have been the second place. I would have gone.
but you told me. Yeah, it's really good. It's really well produced, and I'll give it a 9.5.
I'm gonna say Ambient 1 too, but I mean, I don't think it's quite a 9.5 because of the dramatic. I think he topped it several times. Yeah, I'll give Ambient
Maybe I remember
1
it
like an
more
8 to an 8.5.
Maybe I remember it better. I don't know.
I think he has
Right,
several
like
better
that's not a locked
records.
in. That's not a locked in opinion by any stretch.
I'd take everything you
I've
say
heard
with
it
a grain
one
of salt. You
time.
change your
I've heard it
opinions
one time.
basically in the 2 days. So
All right, and then finally, the last album or the last year of the 70s, we have 1979, Noah.
Bring on the disagreeals. All
It'll
right.
be an interesting year.
I'm feeling some Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division.
Yeah.
Give me that Joy Division.
Cole, you doubling up here?
no.
Okay.
Big ups. I'm feeling 10.
Wow. Not a fan of that album. I've
Yeah, I
listened
good
know.
to
album.
it
Your taste
Twice
needs some
now.
work.
I have listened to
Good
that
record.
album through twice now. I have never enjoyed it.
Sucks
Yes.
to be you.
So I had a couple issues with this year as well, a couple different roundabouts, but I ended up settling with The Wall, Pink Floyd.
Oh my god.
Wasn't a great year for music. A couple really good albums, but The Wall to me just put itself a little higher than everything else. I didn't think I would settle with it, but I ended up doing it just by looking at everything else. And I would give The Wall a solid 8.5 to 9.
No.
If it didn't have,
It's a little higher now. Go to the wall.
if it didn't have the ending, It will probably be higher.
What the fuck?
That's not the only problem with the law.
That's
There are
another-
so many
I mean, yeah,
issues.
Roger Waters is a problem, but we don't need to go into that right now. All right, and the
Uh,
final album of the 1979.
1979, I went with Fear of Music by Talking Heads.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
considered it, to be fair.
I'm just gonna let you know, from like 78 to 84, there's a very consistent thread of something through all the albums I'm gonna pick.
Talking Heads, yeah, we know.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah, Talking Heads album. Probably definitely the third best album in my opinion. Feeling like a 8.5 to a 9.
yeah, it's a little high. I'm not a huge fan of that album. But anyway, those are our 70s best albums of every year. Some interesting opinions. I think we agreed more probably in the 70s than we would, but yeah, we mainly we got the Ziggy Stardust, Station to Station, Animals. That might have been it actually. So 3. Not as much as we thought we would. There we go. All right. That was our list. Let us know who you guys thought had the best list, and let us know in the comments down below if you guys what your personal list is for each year. If you guys have listened that far back, I know it's not a very popular thing to do anymore, but you guys should give it a listen if you haven't heard some of these albums because they're pretty damn good. Even the albums they mentioned are pretty damn good, minus Unknown Pleasures, which is not. Anyway, I would still
Fucking-
listen
that's
to it.
such
I
an
would
idiot
still listen
take.
to it. I would still listen to it to form your own opinion. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Follow us on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube, please, and click the bell to notify when we go live. Follow us on TikTok, follow us on Twitter, and we post when we go live and when we record new videos. And we'll see you guys in the next one.